Guys, I really thought this Dacia Duster was different. I mean, it's a budget SUV, sure, but it's been surprisingly solid for the past year, or so I thought, because just the other day, I was driving down the highway just cruising along, when bang! It felt like the whole car shifted and a cacophony of warning lights lit up the dash like a Christmas tree. Now, I'm no stranger to quirky cars, but this was different. This felt serious. So, the big question is this just a weird one-off fluke with my Duster, or is this something you guys need to be worried about too? Let's find out. So, picture this. I'm cruising down the highway, sun's out, tunes are on, feeling good. The sky is a perfect shade of blue, and there's not a cloud in sight. It's one of those days where everything just feels right. I'm actually on my way to meet some friends for a weekend camping trip, and I've been looking forward to this for weeks. The car is packed to the brim with all the essentials, tents, sleeping bags, and enough food to feed a small army. I'm excited to really put the Duster through its paces. It's been reliable so far, and I can't wait to see how it handles the great outdoors. I've had it packed full before, but this time, I've got a roof box on for the first time, really maximizing the cargo space. It's like a game of Tetris, but I've managed to fit everything in perfectly. Really maximizing the cargo space. Every inch of the car is being utilized, and I'm feeling pretty proud of my packing skills. Anyway, I'm going about 65, just keeping up with traffic, enjoying the ride. The road is smooth, and everything seems to be going perfectly, when suddenly, it feels like the entire rear end of the Duster just drops. It's an unexpected and alarming sensation, like the car has hit an invisible wall. It wasn't a gentle dip or anything, it was a jarring thud, the kind that makes your heart skip a beat and your mind race with possibilities of what could have gone wrong. Like I'd bottomed out on a speed bump going triple the speed limit. The impact was so intense I could feel it reverberate through the entire car. And to make matters worse, the whole car shuddered, as if it was about to fall apart right there on the highway, and this wave of warning lights flooded the dashboard. It was like a Christmas tree, but not the kind you want to see while driving. I'm talking check engine light, traction control, tire pressure monitoring system, you name it. Every possible warning light was screaming for attention. Even the little coffee cup icon was flashing at me. I didn't even know what half of these symbols meant, but I knew it wasn't good. It was like the Duster was having a full-blown existential crisis. I could almost hear it asking, why me? Why now? Luckily, there was a relatively safe-looking exit coming up, and I knew I had to get off the highway before things got any worse. So I managed to wrestle the Duster off the highway without causing a scene. My heart was pounding, but I was relieved to be off the main road. By some miracle, I found a parking lot near an auto parts store, which felt like a small victory in the midst of this chaos. Figuring I could at least diagnose the issue with a cheap code reader, I was hoping it would give me some clue as to what had gone so horribly wrong. Little did I know this was just the beginning of my Dacia Duster nightmare. What I thought would be a quick fix turned into an ordeal that I wouldn't soon forget. Okay, so I'm in the parking lot and I've got my trusty code reader plugged in. This little gadget has saved me countless times, giving me a heads up on potential issues before they become catastrophic. And what does it tell me? Suspension malfunction. Not exactly what you want to see on a Monday morning. Now I'm thinking, okay, maybe a sensor is on the fritz. Sometimes these things can be overly sensitive, right? But then I take a walk around the Duster just to be sure. You can never be too careful with these things. And that's when I see it. The rear left shock absorber has completely given up the ghost. It's not just a minor issue, it's a full-blown disaster. And I'm not talking about a little leak here. This is a full-on rupture. The fluid is everywhere. I mean, this thing is kaput. It's like it just decided to quit its job and leave me hanging. The metal shaft is sticking out at a horrifying angle, almost like it's trying to escape from the car. And the rubber bushing looks like it's been chewed on by a family of squirrels. It's a mess. It's a miracle I managed to limp the car off the highway without the whole thing collapsing. I was half expecting the wheel to fall off. Now here's the kicker. The Dacia Duster is a budget SUV. It's supposed to be affordable, right? It's not exactly known for its high-end suspension components. You'd think parts would be reasonably priced. So, naturally I'm thinking, okay, how bad can a replacement shock absorber be? Maybe a couple $100 at most. Well, after a quick call to the dealership, I got my answer. Over $600. For one shock, I couldn't believe my ears. And that's not even including labor. The total cost is going to be astronomical. I mean, I know parts are expensive these days, but come on, this is getting ridiculous. This is a Dacia, not a Porsche. How can a budget SUV have such a high repair cost? It's mind-boggling. So, naturally, after getting that price quote, I immediately hopped online to do some research. And guess what I found? I'm not the only one with a Dacia Duster suspension horror story. Forums are filled with owners complaining about premature shock absorber failures, some even happening at lower mileages than mine. It seems like this isn't just a random fluke, it's a recurring issue with the Duster, particularly on models equipped with the optional roof rails, which of course I have. And the worst part? Dacia doesn't seem to be acknowledging the problem. There's no recall, no technical service bulletin, nothing. It's like they're hoping it will just go away if they ignore it long enough. Well, guess what, Dacia? It's not going away. You've got a serious problem on your hands and it's time to own up to it. Chapter 4. This isn't just an inconvenience, it's dangerous. Okay, so maybe you're thinking it's just a shock absorber, what's the big deal? But here's the thing, a shock absorber failure isn't just an inconvenience, it's a serious safety hazard. Imagine if that shock absorber had completely given out while I was changing lanes on the highway. The sudden loss of control could have sent the Duster spinning, potentially causing a major accident. And it's not just highway driving that's a concern. Even at lower speeds, a blown shock absorber can significantly impact the car's handling and braking performance. What if I had to swerve suddenly to avoid a pedestrian or another car? Without a functioning shock absorber, the Duster wouldn't be able to react predictably, potentially leading to a collision. Chapter 5. Dacia's customer service, or lack thereof. So, after discovering that my Dacia Duster's suspension woes were not an isolated incident, I decided to take it to the dealership and see what they had to say. Now, I went in with low expectations, but I was still hoping for at least a sliver of empathy or understanding. Boy, was I wrong. The service advisor practically yawned as I explained the situation, barely even glancing at the photos I had taken of the mangled shock absorber. "Yeah, that's gonna be about $800 to fix," he mumbled, not even bothering to look up from his computer screen. When I pointed out that this seemed to be a recurring issue with the Duster and asked if there were any recalls or goodwill programs in place, he just shrugged. "Not that I'm aware of," he said dismissively, "but hey, at least you bought the extended warranty, right?" Extended warranty? I never bought an extended warranty. The nerve of this guy. It was clear that Dacia wasn't going to be any help, so I decided to cut my losses and take my business elsewhere. Chapter 6, The Dacia Duster, Buyer Beware. So, after that whole ordeal, I ended up taking my Dacia Duster to an independent mechanic who specializes in European cars. I was initially hesitant, but the glowing reviews and recommendations from friends convinced me to give it a shot. He was able to replace the faulty shock absorber for a much more reasonable price, and he even showed me how to inspect the suspension components myself in the future. This hands-on lesson was invaluable and gave me a newfound confidence in handling minor car issues. Now I still like the Duster, it's fuel efficient, it's practical, and it's been relatively reliable, aside from the whole suspension debacle. The car's compact size makes it perfect for city driving, and the spacious interior is great for weekend getaways. But this experience has definitely left a sour taste in my mouth. It's frustrating when a brand doesn't stand behind its product, especially when safety is at stake. Dacia's refusal to acknowledge a potentially dangerous defect and their lackluster customer service have made me seriously question their commitment to quality and safety. It's not just about the money, it's about trust and peace of mind. So if you're considering buying a Dacia Duster, especially one with roof rails, I urge you to proceed with caution. Do your research, read reviews, and talk to current owners to get a full picture of what you're getting into. Make sure you have a trusted mechanic thoroughly inspect the suspension before you sign on the dotted line. A pre-purchase inspection can save you a lot of headaches and unexpected expenses down the road. And for those of you who already own a Duster, keep a close eye on those shock absorbers. Regular maintenance checks can help you catch issues early before they become major problems. You never know when they might decide to call it quits. It's always better to be proactive rather than reactive when it comes to car maintenance. Have you had any similar experiences with your Dacia Duster or any other budget-friendly vehicles? Maybe you've had a different issue or perhaps a positive experience that you'd like to share. Share your stories in the comments below. Your insights could help others make informed decisions. Let's get a conversation going. The more we share, the more we learn from each other. Outro: Dacia Duster, quirky or questionable. So, there you have it guys, my Dacia Duster adventure took a bit of a turn there, But hey, that's part of what makes these budget-friendly cars so interesting, right? They keep you on your toes. In all seriousness though, I do hope Dacia addresses this suspension issue sooner rather than later. It's one thing to have a quirky car, it's another thing entirely to have a car that's potentially unsafe. What do you guys think? Am I being too hard on Dacia or is this a legitimate concern? Let me know in the comments below. And as always, thanks for watching.